Hi, I'm Lindsay from Shreve Memorial Library, and welcome to my Minecraft world. Today, we're going to learn how to make your Minecraft skin in
Perler beads. For this, you'll need a few supplies. You will need perler beads, and you'll need something to iron them on. Now, if you're using these perler ones, these smaller squares, you'll need to have the kind that attach to each other, or else just be really extra careful because these only have 29 little spike things across, and we need 32. So you can connect two of these, or you can use a bigger board. You will also need an ironing board, and either some paper that came with a kit of perler beads like I have, or else you can use parchment paper from your kitchen. Don't use regular paper because it will stick, and wax paper will do the same thing and hurt your iron. So don't use that. Just use either parchment paper or the paper that comes with a perler bead kit. You'll also need a version of your skin. It doesn't have to be printed out. It can be on a screen that shows the lines for each pixel, and I will show you how to do that in a few minutes. And if you want to, this part's optional. You can decide what colors you're going to use and stuff like that and put it in this perler bead graph. There is a link to this that you can download in the description, and there is a link to the website we're going to go to get this straight later on. And that should be about it. Let's get going.
To do this part, you'll need a computer with an internet connection. Go to minecraft.net, that's the official Minecraft website, and sign in to it, and it will take you to your profile. And then click right below that to skin and scroll all the way down, and you see this part, reset your skin. Don't reset your skin or else it will reset your skin. What you want to do is right click it and click save image as. I've already saved mine. So once you save it, you go to this site. This is minecraftskins.com/skin editor. This has been around for a really long time. And you will upload that file using this part right here. Upload that file to this website. So you'll get the question, which type of skin is this? If you have the Steve skin, that's the really default one, choose classic. If you have the slim Alex skin, like me, you choose slim. I have the slim one, so I'm going to click that. And here is my Minecraft skin. And the reason that we're using this website is because it shows you each block where that is, okay? And so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to get a screenshot of it. You can get a screenshot however you want to do it, but the way I'm going to do it is the Snip Tool. I'm going to do this, snip, and I have this, so I'm going to click New, and then I'm going to draw a box around. I'm on Windows 10, by the way. And there it is right there. I'm just going to save it and print it out, or you can just display it on a screen, but this is going to show us what we need to do. I'm going to print mine out.
Once you've got your skin printed out or on a screen, you might want to plan what you want to do on a graph like this, especially if you're working with limited colors like I am. And this is the one that I came up with. It is, you see the resemblance. They're really, I guess, wow, they're about the same size. But I used different yellows, and I used a couple different versions of red, but I'm going to have to change that when I go because I realized I don't have a really dark red. So some of this is going to be a matter of going with the flow depending on what you have. I have sorted beads. If you don't have sorted beads, it's perfectly fine. You'll just have to go through and sort them yourself as you need to find a color, but that shouldn't make any difference in the final result. I've cut this paper down to just what I need just to make it easier, and I'm gonna start matching colors. One thing you want to keep in mind is this whole thing is 32 in length and either 14 or 16 in width. Remember when we got the skin, we had to decide whether it was the traditional skin or the slim skin. I have 14 across because mine is the slim skin. The traditional Steve skin will have will have 16 instead of 14. So that's just you need some kind of, you need to make sure your surface, whether it's just, you know, one like this. I have a really, really bad habit of being clumsy with perler beads, so I'm going to use the big one. Just be sure that you have enough spaces one way or another to put 32 down, since so many of the perler boards only go to 29. Also, don't worry about having to make do with colors. I'm definitely going to have to. I mean, for one, I only have one yellow, so all of my hair is just going to have to be the light yellow, unless I have the few random in here that it looks like I have a few to make them darker. So I'm just, make do with the colors you have. It'll all turn out just fine. Oh, and if you don't have tweezers like this, that's just fine too. It won't change your result. This, for me anyway, just makes it a little bit easier and faster. Not that perler beads are fast. And here she is. This is a pretty good version, I think, of my Minecraft skin. It's not exact. You might have seen me playing around a little bit with the colors because I wasn't sure what to do with the shirt, since I don't have 2 shades of red, or 3 that I would prefer to have. I went with some gray in there. Kind of looks like a lumberjack shirt, which is what this is going for. And yeah, I think it looks cute. I certainly think it looks good enough. Now I'm going to get out the iron. Just please, if you're a kid, get an adult to do that part, because it can be a little bit dangerous and nobody wants burns in the summer. Or at all. Be sure before you do this part that you have read the instructions, just so you know what you're doing. I have here a preheated iron. It is set to medium, and the steam is off. And then I have the paper that came with the perler beads. Remember, you can use parchment paper from your kitchen too, but only parchment paper. So I'm going to unfold this. I'm going to put it over this very carefully. Be very careful, especially if you're using more than one build plate and sticking it together, because I've had several disasters and it's no fun. Okay, so I'm going to put this on here just like this, and my directions say to kind of move around in a circular motion while pressing for 10 to 20 seconds. So I'm going to do this for a second, then I'm going to look. Keep going. We're just waiting for them to melt together, not to completely melt down, just for them to melt together. I'm going to turn my temperature up a little bit. So the main thing is just don't use steam. And don't have it at the highest setting or else it will start just burning your perler beads down onto the board and you'll be really disappointed for several reasons. How much you press your beads is a matter of your personal taste. I mean, to a certain point. A lot of people get them kind of like this is looking where the holes are really small. A lot of people leave them less so. At this point, I'm just trying to get mine kind of even. Okay, this is probably all stuck together. Now peel this up very carefully and make sure that none of your beads are separating. And you also want to wait a few seconds for it to cool down so you're not burning your fingers as you do it. Patience. Okay, everything seems to be stuck together. Which side of it you display is also up to you. That is a matter of preference. I kind of like it this way, but I also kind of like it the other way. It's still warm, but to keep it flat, you can lay it under a book for a while it dries, which is what I'm going to do so it doesn't end up curling. Here's my big book. I'm going to just lay that on there and let it sit until it cools completely. This part is pretty optional, but it'll help your piece be super flat, and you want that. Unless you don't.
Well, that was certainly a lot of fun. I hope you had fun too. If you played along, please take a picture of what you made and send it in to the library's social media channels. There are links in the description. We love to see what you're making and what you're doing and share it with others. Well, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye!